decide to break up with Nikki via text instead of calling her and expressing your feelings to her over the phone?
Right. How you can see, when we speak, Nikki always prepared.
The woman that you love, who is a trans woman, has man vibes. That is the absolute biggest insult you could ever give her in your entire life.
Wow. I mean, listen, Ashley's not necessarily lying. That could easily be one of the biggest insults he could ever give her, you know what I mean? But you know what's so interesting though? Ashley had a lot of things to say in people's relationships this tell. And it's crazy because she has so many opinions for other people, but yet when it comes to her own relationship, she never had any opinions of how to better her relationship. If anything, she was running away from the, I mean, her mum even told her that, listen, you use sex to literally cover up everything that you are going through with your partner. You see what I'm saying? But hey, it's okay though. Ashley obviously loves to have a voice for everything. But nonetheless though, we're not here for Ashley, we're here for Igor and of course, Nikki. But before we get into the rest of it, we are on the road to 60k subscribers by the end of April. So therefore, I really like you guys to hit the subscribe button. I know there's a lot of people here who are non-subscribers. So therefore, I really need you guys to tap in, notification bells on. And everybody that's always here supporting me, like the video, comment like always, because as you know, that helps me grow on the YouTube algorithm. But with that being said though, let's continue.
Your candles like that. Hold right now.
Why would you disrespect your woman and say that she has man vibes?
I know a little about this culture. Yes, I tell.
Stop talking down to me like that.
Bye. Boy, bye.
I don't understand where the problem.
You know, his ex, his first girlfriend, reaches out to me on social media. Oh, I'm so happy you and Justin, blah, blah, blah. I thought it was kind of odd. Like, why is some random girl from Moldova hitting me up? I asked her, so do you see each other? Oh, yeah, I see. We see each other. We meet at the park. He says, you're digging out secrets, trying to find secrets in my past. If you would have just been honest, there wouldn't have been a problem.
So, Justin, you're admitting that you meet up sometimes with your exes in person?
Like random meetings.
Randomly.
Like I walk in the park,
he
the same
said
park.
no.
You think that after you apply for the K1?
I really feel like when I listen to their relationship, it just feels like there's a lot of forced problems. You know, I don't really think that was actually really an actual real conversation about the exes and him meeting him in the park randomly. I don't know, there's something about that. It just feels as if it was just forced just for drama. But we continue.
It's a process that Justin cheated on you.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Strong. That's my proof.
What?
He's jacking off a lot. He's jacking off a lot. That's what he said.
If you ask me,
were you with other women?
I can't believe his whole defense for cheating was look at my forearm. Like, honestly, wow. I've heard some excuses in my life, but that one, that's a fascinating one.
Answer the question.
I'm from my childhood. Respect women. I give respect and love for every woman.
No.
This is why we chat with my ex with respect.
That you're fully at ease with Nikki being trans?
Yes, of course.
But that's a lie, because if it's not because she's trans, then what is it? Because you guys have been trying to be with each other for years now, nearly 20 years.
Opinion and perception of him. Yeah. Are we in a relationship, yes or no?
You know what though? It did cross my mind that maybe his issue with Nikki isn't necessarily because she's trans. And I thought about it. I thought about it on a cultural differences. He comes from a place where, from my understanding, easy to be wrong, that a lot of women that he encounters are probably more submissive than they are what Nikki is, or what a typical Western woman is, should I say, right? And I just think that for him, he obviously expects her to come to Moldova and basically, you know, still look after him. You know, he probably expects her to come there, to come to his home, still do the cooking, still do the cleaning, still do all these other things that he probably maybe expects a woman to do, just to what I'm saying. And I just think because he's not getting that from Nikki, he's therefore saying that, oh yeah, it's man vibes, which obviously he's wrong to say, because it has nothing to do with her having man vibes. That's just the reality, because any woman can still behave the same way that Nikki does, this to them. So therefore you'd word it in a complete different way. So he's definitely wrong for saying it in that way. But at the end of the day though, I do wonder if his real issue with Nikki isn't because she is trans, but it's more or less because of just the way she is as a person, the way she is as a Western woman, shall I say, just isn't how he's used to a woman maybe who is from Moldova. I mean, that obviously I don't know for sure, but I know cultural differences can definitely play a factor in terms of how some men carry themselves and how some women carry themselves based on where they're from. And also people's upbringing as well can also be a factor too, to see what I'm saying. So to be fair with you, and to be fair, Igor does give me vibes of more of a mama's boy, to be honest with you, because of how close he is with his mum. So he's probably used to having a woman in his life just doing everything for him. And because Nikki may give him money financially, she doesn't necessarily do all the other things that maybe he considers a woman should do, because he's used to that. There is also that part too, because he definitely has mama's boy's vibes, if you ask me. But we continue.
No, I don't think we are in relationship.
No, after nearly 20 years, if you're together or not.
Everybody, before you give me some opinions about that situation, I just want to ask how many trans you have before in a relationship?
Yeah, but once you knew she
I mean, that's gonna be one of the most stupidest reasons ever in my life. How many trans? What's that got to do with anything? A relationship is a relationship. That's just that. That's just that. You know what I mean? Every relationship can have its own hurdles, its own challenges, its own ups and downs, and all that kind of stuff, regardless of the genders involved. But okay, Igor wants to talk about, hey, who's been in a relationship with a trans person? That's funny.
was trans, if you wasn't okay with it, why did you still?
But why would you say that to me?
You are my exception.
I'm your exception. No processing.
Wait, what?
Are you going to go to the interview, Justin? If the K1 visa goes through?
I will see how you end your storytellings right now. Don't know nothing about straight relationship and how to act like a lady in straight relationship.
How can you say to someone you don't know nothing about a lady in a straight relationship? But this is what I was talking about before. I believe that his real issue with Nikki isn't necessarily because she's trans. It's more because she's not doing things that he expects a woman should be doing. That's why he references the word straight relationship. And I feel like sometimes when you listen to Igor, you have to kind of like dissect exactly what he's trying to say, you know, because of course we know that English isn't exactly his strong point. And I do feel like what he's basically been trying to say this whole time is the fact is that you are too dominant in this relationship. I do not want a woman that is dominant. It is a man's role to be dominant. That's why you're giving me masculine vibe. That's why you're giving me man vibe, because you're too dominant. I want someone that's submissive and someone's basically going to do whatever the hell that I say in a nutshell, especially if he's somebody that has mama boys vibes, and especially if there's a cultural differences as well. You see what I'm saying? And the fact that he speaks about straight relationships, again, I just think it's the fact that he has a poor choice of wording, because he doesn't have to word certain things. And that is something that we've definitely witnessed throughout the season as well, of him saying certain things in incorrect ways. You see what I'm saying? And even when he speaks, we can tell that English isn't something that is comfortable to him. Do you see what I'm saying? But hey, we'll continue.
Can you stop saying that, how to act like a lady? That is a woman. Stop disrespecting her like that. What will it take?
Which also reminds me, there was a time when Ashley came in to defend Nikki, and there was a time when Jasmine came in to defend Nikki, right? Both the women are biological women, right? And when they came in to defend them, he said that you ladies are basically copies of Nikki. So the fact that he said that Ashley was a copy of Nikki, Jasmine was a copy of Nikki, he's basically saying that, listen, you were all too dominant, you were all too opinionated, your voices are always loud, you don't let me speak, you're always trying to overpower me. Because at the end of the day, for him as a man, he's probably used to being the one that has the bigger voice, the more powerful voice, all that kind of stuff. You see what I'm saying? They're having that dominance, and because obviously these women are showing dominance towards him, he's obviously saying that you're all basically masculine. So really and truly, this whole time, he definitely, well, I don't say definitely, but this whole time, every time he spoke about Nikki being masculine, he was probably relating more to the fact that she's dominant and not submissive, pretty much. So that's where the confusion has been, and the fact that he said that about Nikki and about Ashley and Jasmine tells me that's exactly what he means, and he's been meaning.
For you to pull the K1 visa.
I don't know. At this point, he doesn't want to come. He doesn't want to be with me. So he's like a pointless, but...
No, I think no. I want to go to the United States, but not that way.
Yeah.
Yes, that will be a great decision.
Well.
Okay.
You're never going to find a woman like me that did everything for you.
Of course.
Ever. You'll never forget me. Ever. Remember that,
That's
Igor.
true.
Remember that.
Like you.
It's funny because when she said you never find a woman like me before, and he said, yeah, that's true, yeah, like you, I know I won't. And it's funny because she's probably still talking about as if like obviously in her perspective saying you never find a woman like me or blah. And when he's saying, yeah, I believe what he's trying to say is basically that's because I'll never be with another trans woman again. That's why I'll never be a woman like you, because he already said that Nikki was the exception of trans women that he's been with, and therefore that means he's never going to be there ever again. So he wasn't lying when he said, yeah, I definitely will never find a woman like you again, because I'll never be with another trans again. Like, but hey, some people in their emotions, they just be saying a whole lot of blah, 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 but hey, it's not really registering what somebody else is trying to tell them. I mean, listen, for him, he probably thinks it's a compliment, the fact that he probably wants her to see as a compliment that she's the exception, which is ludicrous, but yeah.
Now I have to write to my attorney, tell him to pull the visa.
Well, it looks like Nikki finally decided to pull the visa, and therefore Igor would not be going to this date. But I'm pretty sure he made it to the States. I'm sure I saw a post. I'm not too sure. Maybe I was seeing things. But then again, now the season's over, though, we will be getting... I know for a fact Nikki will be going live on Instagram at some point because she always does. So now the season's over, I guess we'll find out, you know, whether they are truly still together or not. Obviously, within the next maybe week or two, whatever. But it depends, though, because I recently learned something very, very new. If 90 Day Fiancé decides to bring you back for another season, they can then end up signing up to a 3-year contract. And when you're signing up to a 3-year contract, that means that you're still limited to the things that you can and cannot say. So the question is, though, if Nikki and Igor are back for another season, that means Nikki may not, you know, let certain things slide here and there, which is kind of annoying. But I'm definitely looking at to see what hints and clues that she may give us in terms of what her status is now with Igor. But yeah, so I guess we'll wait and find out. But yeah, but that is crazy, though. 3-year contract. I mean, listen, I guess it's a good thing per se, knowing you got a 3-year contract to be on TV and you're getting paid. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but boy, some of us want the freaking tea. But hey, it is what it is. NDAs just be the death of us. Anyway, side little rant there. Let me know what you're thinking down below in the comment section. Don't forget to like, subscribe. We're on the road to 60K. Come on now, let's make it happen. Peace.